Alright, so about an hour and a half went by and I was uploading the video on Adobe Clip and the shit just didn't work. So I'm gonna upload it on my other video uploader. There's gonna be a watermark here or over here or somewhere. Just ignore that because I haven't paid money to get that thing off. And chances are I might not for quite a bit. So just ignore that and then watch the rest of the video. Again, I'm doing this way after the fact, so enjoy the video. Hey everybody, Tony Gohard here once again for Punks Doing Stuff, and today we're going to be doing kind of a bit of stuff. I'm going to be doing some news. I'm going to show you guys the newest addition to this metal punk family, and we're going to be turning one of these bad boys into green beer. So get ready because this episode is going to be fucking busy. First things first, we're going to start off with a bit of sad news. I'm trying to scroll through this thing, but I'm using Rebecca's old phone and it's all cracked and it's running off Wi-Fi, so it is going pretty slow. But I don't know why the hell I can't find this. I've gone through Punk News and I've gone through Dying Scene, but I still can't find it. The dude from the Prodigies died. He was 49, I believe, at the time. Like I said, I can't look it up. But 49 at the time he died, and it was apparently a suicide. They haven't released any details, or at least from the thing that I was reading, they haven't released any details on if it was like a drug suicide or what it was. But, you know, it is pretty sad because he did have a lot of influence on a lot of people. And he also, I don't know if influence is the right word, but he did, like, you know, touch a lot of people that had started before that band. Like Johnny Rotten, John Lydon, same guy but better known as Johnny Rotten. And then he had some stuff to say also about it, about how it's sad that that happened. And when he had talked to him, when Johnny had talked to, I believe his name was Keith from Prodigy, he said that he, you know, basically felt like a nobody and, you know, didn't have very good self-worth. But he was telling him that nobody should feel that way. And, you know, he tries to talk to him and help him through stuff. And, well, we all know the end result, and it ain't good. But there is a hotline that you can call if you're feeling down or something, and they'll give you some kind of support. I don't remember what the hotline number is, but I'm sure you can just look it up real fast. If you're watching this video, obviously, you're on the internet, and you can find it pretty quickly. And if you need to, you should. So, moving on from that sad story, we're going to try and brighten things up. On top of brightening things up, we're going to try and brighten these up and make them green. Because this is the St. Patrick's Day video, or in this case, St. Punctrix Day. I'll figure out how the fuck I'm going to spell that, but that's what I'm going to call this video, the St. Punctrix Day special. Or maybe I'll just say St. Patrick's Day punk style. Probably easier to say that and just read the other one, because your eyes will be able to do that. And if you're like me, I bit through my tongue a while ago, several years ago actually, and I can't say certain words correctly. I have to really try. But the way that I'm going to change these, for the longest time I was wondering, how the hell do people change the color of beer and make it green for St. Patrick's Day? And then the dumbest idea popped into my head and I was like, you know what, that's exactly what it is, and I know it's got to be that. So I went out and got some food coloring. I got green, which is already green, and then I bought another one that had different, what was I going to say, flavors, different colors. And these, for those of you who don't know, if you mix red and blue together, red, this is yellow. It looks red for some reason, but it is indeed yellow, and this one is blue. If you mix blue and yellow together, it makes green. Like whenever people put those blue things inside their toilet and then you go and piss and it turns green, it's the same thing. So you mix the two colors together and it'll turn green. So you can tell these beers are yellow already. The label's been taken off, so this is going to be a very generic beer, but you're going to be able to see the color very clearly, especially with that white wall behind me. So I'm going to do, damn, this shit already bled through onto my hands. Yeah, this will probably turn your mouth green too. Anyways, I'm going to do one. This is already green. I'm going to drop that in there. And then I'm going to do these ones so that way I can, you know, more fine tune the color. One of them I want to make like a municipal waste kind of green. If you know municipal waste, then you imagine what kind of green it's going to be, some kind of like neon or something. I don't know if I'll be able to achieve it or not, but I am going to give that a try. But the first one, I'm going to do this pre-mixed one, drop a couple in there, let the stuff settle and stir around while I read some more of this new stuff. Before I get into that new stuff though, check this out. I dropped the green in there. I'm trying to put it more onto the light, but it looks pretty cool the way that it drops down real slow. If I was able to hold it like extra still and, you know, just record it like that, it'll look pretty cool. And if I could speed it up, then it would look even better, but it looks pretty cool so far. So I'm gonna swirl, I guess. I'll swirl this around and agitate it a little bit to make the color come. I'm also gonna keep on reading this stuff, but this is the first one. That's the pre-mixed one, and in case you were wondering, it is McCormick Green. And if you're anything like me, you will be squeezing it and wondering why the hell this shit isn't coming out. There's a safety seal in it. So take off the cap and then peel that off before you actually start trying to do that. It's just a good idea. I mean, you could just fucking keep on squeezing and hope you pop it, but that'll be easier. Alright, so next bit of news. I think I read this on Punk News. More than likely it was on Punk News. Probably came up on Google for whatever the hell reason. But this is some interesting news, and it is pretty strange. Varg from Mayhem and Burzum, he went and did a Jeep race with some guy. I can't remember the guy's name, but the point is, you know, Varg has all these, what the fuck do you call it, the views and bullshit and his whole political rhetoric and all that crap, and it's always, generally seems to be pretty racist, and he comes off as like a Nazi and fucking socialist and all this. So he said, I will race you because, you know, he was promoting his whole crap, and socialist vehicles are made better than, I guess, capitalist or some other thing. Apparently he's political or some shit. But he said, all right, I'm going to race you and I'm going to win because this was made in a socialist society. So they went and... all right, I'm getting a call, so this is probably something for me to go to work. So I may have to come back. Alright, well, luckily I am not getting called in right now. That was actually my boss calling me to see if I had done the stuff earlier that I was supposed to do. I was supposed to go and check some of the stuff out, make sure that nobody had like snuck in or everything was locked up, and it was all good, so I'm good to continue on this video right now. I already forget where I left off, but point is, the wager was, what the fuck was the wager? I can't remember what the other guy was supposed to do, but the main point is that Varg, he was supposed to give up his only CD, the original copy of Burzum, which was signed by Euronymous. For those of you who don't know why that's such a big deal, it was because that was signed just before Euronymous died. Euronymous was killed, and Euronymous was killed by Varg. So that is just like a whole fucking twisted web of a bunch of crazy shit. And if you know Mayhem, then you already know that it's a load of crazy shit throughout the entire band, or at least the beginnings of the band. And if you don't know, I suggest you go and check it out because it is definitely fucking weird. Like, black metal in itself seems pretty crazy, but that band's beginning already is fucking nuts, and it just makes it insane. Anyway, the whole thing is, they did the race, he lost, he had to give up that copy of the CD, and the dude sold the CD on Discogs, I think? Something like that. Discogs, point is, he sold it and he made $1,500 from it. So, that, I guess that's kind of cool. I assume that with the fucking whole thing, you would think that it would be worth more than that. But anyway, so yeah, that shit happened, and it's just fucking weird. You know what else is weird? Green beer. This took 3 drops. So if you're getting this premixed stuff, I assume it would be basically the same for whichever company you decide to do it. Just do 3 drops and it'll make it this color. I like this color. It kind of reminds me of a swamp. And in Houston, there's a lot of, you know, bayous and shit and green shit at the bottom. So yeah, this looks pretty cool. Now I'm going to try and do the other one. Oh, and the way that I did this, actually to stir it up and agitate it, you should probably wait a while before you open it, or at least open it very slowly, because I just like swirled it around like that a few times. And you see all those bubbles and shit go straight up to the top. Make sure this shit is sealed very tight though, so it doesn't let the carbonation out. And then that is that. And what the hell else was I gonna get into? Oh, about the dude passing away from Prodigies, and Johnny Rotten saying a bunch of stuff. Shortly after that, Johnny Rotten was on I don't know what the hell it was, a documentary, a short video, a series. I think it was a series. It was a series, and it's supposed to have different people from different bands. And I think it was, fuck, I can't remember who it was. There was 2 other dudes there, and apparently the 3 went back and forth, just fucking like bitching, insulting, and a whole bunch of stuff like that. I'm gonna try and look up more of the details because I want to get this right. But for sure, Johnny Rotten was in there, and several other people. I think it was Henry Rollins. I don't know. I'm gonna look it up right now though. All right. So it was Johnny Rotten, Henry Rollins, and Marky Ramone, and they were supposed to be on the panel discussing on how they, I guess, formed punk rock the way that it is now. And it had just turned into a whole fucking mess of just them arguing with each other, going back and forth, back and forth. Johnny was saying a bunch of stuff, and then fucking Marky came in, and then he was saying like all he did was take Richard Hell's look and ran with it in this. And then Johnny's all like, man, why are we even talking to you? You're not even original Ramone. And then Henry Rollins said something else about how Johnny Rotten had said that Black Flag was just a whole bunch of suburban rich kids. And then he was all like, yeah, when we heard that, we wanted to tear your ears off. And there was like a whole bunch of shit about it. I'll put a link to it in the description. Apparently it's on Rolling Stone, which makes sense. But it's supposed to be a documentary series just called Punk. It's supposed to premiere on March 11th. And I guess that's just the way that it's going to kick off, is just with that fucking verbal fight right there of Johnny Rotten, Henry Rollins, and Marky Ramone. So what better way to start off a series, huh? Having a bunch of fucking old school rock stars fucking bitching at each other. Apparently the thing is supposed to be, what the hell is this? There's something there with L7, and L7 is actually doing something too, and I'm going to get to that in a moment. But damn it, there's just a whole lot of stuff to read on this. There's some clips and a bunch of stuff like that. I guess I'll put a clip in right here. Alright, I tried playing the clip right now. I don't know what the hell's going on, but the audio's not working on my phone for some reason. Normally it works like a charm, but right now, I don't know what the hell's going on. So it's not letting me play any of the audio. I'm really hoping that this mic is actually recording, because if it's not, then this is gonna suck, because I fucking did all this stuff and I really don't want to go and pick up more 40s. But if that happens, then I guess it happens. You know, that really sucks. But anyway, I'm trying to find that thing about L7 doing some stuff, but I can't find anything on that either. I'm just wondering what the hell. I should be able to find this stuff easily, but shit just isn't working right now. This thing isn't working. Apparently my audio is not working either. And you know, what the hell, man? This fucking, just everything sucks. Oh, you know what? I wonder if this is because this thing is more than likely logged into Rebecca's Google, and that's why. Because like I said, this is her old phone that I'm trying to look at stuff. That's probably why everything's taking so long to load up. But that still doesn't explain my audio situation. At any rate, I guess I'll just get started on this one right here. I will be mixing blue and yellow together. Blue is a more dominant color, so I will more than likely use only like a drop of this, and then we'll see what happens because the drink is already yellow. Let's see, I'll just give this a little swirl. Oh yeah, and there we go. See? Trying to fucking do this. It's kind of like an ink blot. Looks kind of crazy. I'll just give this a little swirl, and that is basically doing nothing. So I'm gonna cap it, give it a good little light shake, a little bit of agitation, and we'll see what color that comes out to with one drop of that. I mean, let's see. Looks like alien piss. I'll probably drop in another drop after this settles, but I'm gonna continue fucking with this thing and then see if I can get something else to go on there. Okay, so after some digging around, hopefully this fucking thing is gonna start working the way that I want it to now. I found that thing about L7. It says that they're releasing a new album, and this is the first one in about 20 years or so. It says that it's gonna be called Scatter the Rats, and it's going to be out on May 3rd. So keep your eyes out for that. It's also going to be on Joan Jett's label called Black Hearts. And they're all really excited to be working together, I guess after so long. And, you know, they're just like totally stoked that Joan Jett's going to be there helping them out on that. And that's, you know, that's always awesome to be able to be working with somebody who you're really amped up to do something with. And this is going to be pretty cool. It also says that there's a music video for the stuff that they released on Record Store Day. I guess it's just like a newer video or something, or maybe something pieced together from old clips. I would put a clip up, but my audio is not working, so it would just be the imagery, and then, you know, there's not really a point if you can't hear it. So I'm going to keep on looking around and see what else I can find. All right, so Andrew WK, he is going to be doing a tour. It's going to be a U.S. tour, and it's going to be during like the summer, spring kind of time. So that's going to be pretty cool to check out if you're able to go and, you know, just pop in and see what's up. That seems like it would be pretty cool, you know, go out there and party. It is definitely going to be awesome because that guy is always energetic, always fucking all over the place. So if you're going to go check it out, and you will not be disappointed. All right, I went to go and do a bunch of stuff, so I don't even remember where we left off. But I'm going to jump into this little bit right here. It was the first thing that was on my page, and the Wi-Fi connection had cut. I don't know what the hell that was. Probably too much inactivity. But I can read the head title, whatever the hell you want to call it, and the little bit of description that's on there. But there is a, where the fuck did it just go? There is a thing that's just been released about Cambodian punk, hardcore and stuff. It says over 4 gigabytes of Cambodian musical history released. Live concerts from over 80 different bands and solo artists have been released for listening and free downloading. So you can check that out, download it, listen to it. If there is a download, it says free. I'm assuming that's a pay as you pay what you want, or as you can, or however the hell you want to word it. My point being is, if you're going to do that, definitely contribute some money to that, because those guys are working hard. Chances are you haven't ever heard of any of these bands, and more than likely they're going to be pretty fucking kick-ass because they are isolated, very different from Western society. Probably a hell of a lot more angry because there is a lot more shit going on there. So it is going to be intense, and it is going to be fucking awesome. On another note of something that's awesome, here we go. I mixed this stuff up right this time. This shit is extra fucking dark. If I was to pick up the bottle like that, you would think that it's one of the green bottles. But no, that's the color of the liquid that's in there. Fucking dark. I wasn't expecting it to come out that dark. This is like fucking devil dark. But the way that I did that one, I was fucking around with it, and then I was thinking, you know what, I'm just doing too little for this large quantity, because I did 1 drop and then I did 2. Then I just jumped the gun and dropped fucking 7 drops of blue and 3 of yellow. Like I was saying, the stuff is already yellow, so It's going to counteract the blue to make the green. You saw the alien piss color. Well, this is fucking intensely dark. Let me just put them up next to each other by comparison. See, this one's lighter, this one's a bit darker. If I drop a bit more blue in there, it'll probably be nearly black. So that is that. Those are those. The dark one, I'm not going to be able to drink tonight. Well, actually, I probably could, but I can't do it immediately because I had to shake it up quite a bit. So yeah, if you're going to do this, shake it up. Do not open it immediately. Wait quite a bit. This one, I shook it up and it's just been sitting. The color came out, 3 drops. That's all this one took. And it came out pretty cool. So we can crack this guy open and it's not going to fizz up. Well, fizzed up a little bit, but not all crazy. And we're going to give it a sip. The food coloring shouldn't change the flavor of the beer. Food coloring shouldn't change the color. It shouldn't change the flavor of the beer. Food coloring is food coloring and it's supposed to be flavorless. So let's check this out. Yep, that's beer. It's green beer. Anyway, so yeah, that's green beer. I'm sure you could drop in some mint flavor or what the hell else is green? Mint, green egg flavor. What the fuck else could you put in there that's green? Cucumber, I guess. Drop some cucumber extract or whatever the fuck. Lime. You could add some lime juice. Make it fucking green lime beer. Which sounds weird, but it doesn't sound all that weird. In Texas, we drink a lot of micheladas and lime flavored stuff. So that's not too out there. And it's green, so, it kind of, with the mind and all that. So that'll be cool. Let's see if I can find something else. That Cambodian thing that I was just telling you guys about, that was from Unite Asia. All the other stuff that I had looked up came from whenever I click on Google, it'll show me stuff that I think I might be interested in. And some of that stuff was on there. That's why Rolling Stone came up. That's not typically something that I look at, but every now and then something cool does come up on Rolling Stone. And the other bits were from Punk News, I believe. I'll find all that stuff and put links to wherever the hell it goes. And there's other stuff that I'm trying to look up, but again, no connection, so I can't look up anything. So right now we are going to get a hold of a little critter so I can show you guys the new guy. And here we are, the latest addition to the metal punk family right here. This little guy. Say hey, little shy mammal. This is Gizmo. He is the newest addition. I have a load of children, and now we have a little mammal to go along with it. This guy has been pretty cool. He has been recently vaccinated and is not allowed to go out just yet. Not until he finishes full vaccinations. They've been dewormed and all that good stuff. So he is good to be around the kids, likes to play with the kids, and every time I come back from work, I sit down and this guy just jumps up onto my shoes. He can't climb up my legs yet, still too small for that, but he does just like run up and start licking me and all that good stuff. So this is the newest one right here, and he is a bit tired playing with the kids and draining him all day, so that is that. Yes, I know this video ran on pretty damn long. I've been trying to play with that whole idea of doing micro videos, and the whole thing with that is I actually have to have the time to be able to do it. But time is something that I am running short on, especially with this week. I've been on call all week, getting calls like crazy. Broken pipes, flooded apartments, falling ceilings. Everything that could have gone wrong this week did go wrong this week, so I'm surprised I even got this video out. I was originally supposed to do it yesterday, but there was an emergency, some fucking shit went down, so I couldn't record anything whatsoever last night. The little dog, he's pissing on the floor. I'm gonna have to clean that up. Anyway, so yeah, stuff doesn't always work out the way that you want it to. Got green all over my hands. Yeah, so this video ran on pretty long. Gonna try and edit it. It's still probably gonna be pretty long, but hit that like button, subscribe, stick around for the next one. I'm gonna try and do something for St. Patrick's Day. Chances are shit's gonna go wrong again, but if that does happen, hey, you can still make some green beer. So, oi oi.